What's going on, everyone, and thanks for tuning in on another daily vid. Today we are going to talk about the 6 ways to go from average to greatness. Guys, I want to start us off with a question that you need to ask yourself. Am I average? Like, truly be honest with yourself and ask yourself again, am I average? Or are you trying to reach your full potential in this life? Now, I know that no one wants to admit they are average, but yet many people do feel that way. People feel average because they forget or never figured out why they are here in this life. And instead of following their purpose of self-discovery, they are going through the motions of life. With a job, getting married, getting a house, and having kids, and play it safe on not rattling the cage too much, and merely existing through life living in fear. Let's take an example of a business owner who is scared to branch out and instead sticks to the same limiting average business model and mindset. He has new ideas that could catapult him into mega success, but the fear of failure has crippled his progress, resulting in a much slower and more painful failure for himself. Or let's take a talented employee who is suffocating in their work environment, but stays with it because they just don't believe they could do better than what they are doing. Guys, are you one of these people? Are you settling less than your potential because you're afraid? Ask yourself, what am I protecting myself from? Is it pain and maybe failure? Okay, that's fair enough. But what about fantasy, pleasure, or making a difference for yourself, your family, and your community? What would your life look like if you focused your strengths, clarified your motivations, and followed your heart's desire? Happiness is following excitement about life, work, relationships, or whatever else you fancy. Safety is avoiding pain. Remember those times when out of nowhere an opportunity appeared itself out of nowhere and you experienced fear and didn't do it because the pain of what others may have thought of you, or what would have happened if you failed financially maybe? But guys, you need to remember that was your higher self calling. You could have took your life to another level if you listened and not just settled for average. You know you can do more and be more in this life, but you have to believe you can do it, even if no one else does. With further ado, let's go into today's lessons on the 6 ways to go from average to great. Step number 1, clarify your purpose. Why are you here? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Are you excited? How are you expressing your inner fire through your daily actions? A clarity of purpose inspires courage with us to follow our purpose and overcome our fears to choose our callings. Step number 2, take inventory. Write out a list of things you need to do on a regular basis, both personal goals and professional ones, including the projects that you're working on currently. What are your motivations for these activities? Be honest with yourself and start taking the inventory of your life. Step number 3, the 75% rule. Now test the inventory against the idea that to avoid being average, you should be giving at least 70% of yourself to everything that you do, with 100% being the goal. If you're giving anything on your list less than 75% of yourself, why are you settling? You need to ask yourself this. Be truthful, guys. If your answer is a lot of why not, go back to number 1, talked about clarifying your purpose. Step number 4, disregard internal conflict. We are creatures of comfort, and at some point in our lives, we built a view of the world and personal goals that would deliver this comfort and pleasure for us. For example, if you grew up poor, making a lot of money was important to you. And then fast forward 20 years and you have made some money now, but something is still missing. That's because the belief is now a trap. After all these years, the belief has become a part of your identity. And since it has always been important, it must still be important to you. At least it feels that way. But what if it no longer is, but was only a function of survival and not your true desire? You guys need to dig deeper for the answers and be aware that your brain can play tricks on us. Something may seem true, but it isn't. Don't be tricked. It will rob you of your greatness. Step number 5, shuffle. After you have completed these 4 steps, what concrete action can you take to change your life in a way that would lead to more opportunities to give you 100% less situations that you were trapped out of guilt, habit, or fear and are giving less than you could? Does that mean quitting a job, seeking out a new opportunity, starting a new business, writing that book, or seizing an adventure that you always wanted? Whatever it may be for you, this is your opportunity to step up and transform your life in a tangible way. And number 6, guys, accountability. This is such an important one to make sure you stay on task. None of us are perfect or giving 100% on a regular basis, or even realizing that we're not, and thus falling into being average once again. It can be hard to both see and remedy alone on this. Therefore, I strongly encourage you to identify accountability methods that would help push you to function at your 100%. These could be achieved through self-reflection, mentorship relationships, personal or professional development, a partner or loved one, and a certain life coach that would help you grow. Whether you choose one of these or all of these, remember that the path to greatness is only truly possible if you believe it can be, not what others. It's internal growth. So I want to leave us with this. Doing what scares us is what makes us great. It forces us to level up, and the question remains, are you going to settle for being average, or are you going to pursue greatness? Guys, I just want to say thank you for tuning in on another daily vid. It means the world to me if you are still watching this right now. If you are, guys, please give me a thumbs up to the video if you liked it and it was meaningful for you. Write a comment down below because I love responding to the comments when you guys do. And make sure to subscribe to the channel because we post every single day here. Guys, it's been real, it's been honest, and I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow.